Once you find a brand of test kit that you like, you use it, and you want to look for other tests from that same brand. And I'm here with Lou from Tropic Marin showing you your ProMaster test kit, which also has a nice feature of keeping everything organized, and then there's added benefits on top of that.
Yeah, what we did, Mark, was that we brought all of our pro level test kits together into one carrying case. There is some economy of scale and savings, but what really is important is that you basically have everything that you need to test the most important parameters in your system.
So Lou, what are all the parameters we can test with this kit?
Okay, so you can test your phosphates. We have the phosphate kit in here. You can also test your nitrates and your nitrites,
okay,
your alkalinity, and your calcium and your magnesium. What's cool about this in relation to the testing is that we also include our NP standard, which allows you to test not just your reagents, but your accuracy in your process of testing your nitrates and your phosphates. We also have the multi-standard, which allows you to do the same thing in relation to your calcium, your magnesium, and alkalinity. And if you have that separate potassium kit, it'll also test the accuracy of your potassium kit. So you're able to test both your process,
okay,
and are your reagents still good?
And since this is a colorimeter kit, if you're looking at this going, well, I don't really know if mine is a 10 or a 5, I can use this because I know that's a 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I know what that color really
looks
like.
Yeah, exactly. And then, this is kind of goofy, but the thing that I love about this most is that for 100 years now, my desk has looked like a test kit graveyard. You get your test kit in your box, you put these tips on your syringes, and then there's no place in the box that this fits now.
Right.
What I like about this is that every syringe with its tip has its place. There are different syringes for each of the tests that are located right next to the test reagent bottle itself,
okay,
so that you never mix up your syringes.
If I'm running a test, say for KH, for alkalinity, and I'm using that one and accidentally use that syringe for calcium, is that going to throw off?
You can. You don't want to mix up the syringes.
Okay.
If that happens, you need to clean out that syringe 100% before you then match it to the reagent that you're going to use. But that's why I like this, because each syringe is matched to the reagent that you're going to use it with.
So as long as you put it back where you found it, then you know it's associated with the right thing.
And then you've got all your instructions, you've got all your color cards, right? And everything goes in the case, it goes on your desk.
Ready to go.
Like that. And if you happen to have a tank in a remote location, this is what you're bringing to doing your testing.
It's a reefer suitcase.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Well, that's great for me also as a service company, because I got this test kit in a box, this and this and this, and then they split open.
And you know, I'm a big fan of electronic testing. I never want to put electronic testing down. It's quick, it's easy. I think that electronic devices get people testing more than they would if they only had reagents kits to test.
Right.
However, that being said, I can't tell you how many times I've been helping people with issues in their tanks, and it turns out that for whatever the reason was, they were not getting totally accurate readings.
Okay.
So what I always tell people is, use your electronic device to test on a regular basis. But if you're getting something that doesn't look right, before you go and take a lot of action, use some good reagent kits to verify your results on your electronics, so that you know that it's not because the light was here and not there or some crazy thing like that.
And I do that once a week on my tank. I have electronic testing, but I still go in and spot test.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure I'm in line.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a prudent way to do it.
Yeah, especially as people get it bent out of shape of like alkalinity. If you're off by 1 DKH, you might dose your tank when you don't need to, or overdose.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true.
All right, Lou, I'm going to pick one of these things up and throw it in my to-go bag. The reefer suitcase.
Awesome. Maybe it's the reefer's doctor bag, you know? Maybe that's a better way to think about it.
Then you need the stethoscope, put it on your tank and be like, oh, something's
Well, I always tell people to listen to their tanks.
I agree. I say the same thing.
Their tanks will tell them what they want.
Exactly. It's my kind of guy. Thanks, Lou.